Hello Gemini. Mercury is sextile Saturn on the 5th, and Mercury inhabits the sign of Aquarius currently this month. Now let's see how your ruling planet of Mercury is going to affect you this month, Gemini. I'm Pastor Rosemary. Thank you for joining us. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your Gemini angel Ambriel, who resides over your mutable air nature, and these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, of course, the most important, the Ambriel love transmission. Because Mercury, your ruler, is inhabiting the sign of Aquarius currently, you're probably finding that your love life and your emotions and even your friendships are full of people wanting to be very precise. And also you're finding a flood of humanitarian sentiment. And your mercurial aspects might find that just a little bit boring. You might want something a little more upbeat. However, with that said, because Aquarius, the sign that Mercury is in, is also an air sign and it's fixed air, you're pretty comfortable actually with the way things are going, because you enjoy the intellectual aspects that you're finding with Mercury inhabiting the sign of Aquarius. Now on the 1st, that's going to be a day when a lot of other people are going to be having problems. They're going to be coming to you for help, and you're going to find this a lot this month in matters of emotional relationships with people, be they friends, spouses, romantic interests, family. You're going to find that people are going to want your opinion and want attention from you and want to engage with you. However, they're going to be flaky, and they're going to run off, and they're going to go find people who have strong attributes in Aquarius and in Capricorn. That's what's going to be happening quite a lot. On the 3rd, the moon opposes Mercury, so that means that your emotions are not going to agree with your mental attributes. You're going to think one thing and feel another thing, again in matters of love or in matters of friendship or in matters of just how you feel about your family. Alright, so just that'll be on the 3rd. Also on the 3rd, it's a snow moon in Leo. And so Leos are going to be to others a little nuts, but according to you and some other people, you're going to find that Leos are more flamboyant, but you're going to think that's good rather than bad. So that's a good day for you to have good communications with people who you have relationships with that are Leo or have strong Leo attributes in their chart. Now, on the 5th, there's going to be Mercury sextile Saturn. And Mercury sextile Saturn, again on the 5th, is going to cause your mind to want to get more precise with everybody's emotional, kind of an overabundance of emotions. There's going to be an overabundance of watery emotions in February. And because of that, you're going to want people to slow down and be more precise with exactly what they want from you. So that'll work well for you, because Saturn rules Aquarius. It also rules Capricorn. However, you will find that comforting. Now, on the 7th, when the moon is trine Mercury, there's going to be a flood of people wanting to be your friend or wanting to be a suitor or, anything to that effect, or family members wanting to get back in touch with you. That's what's going to happen. It's going to be a flood. And that, it's positive, trines are positive. However, this is going to be a bit much. And so your mind and your mental ability to stop the flood of emotion, is going to be overwhelmed. So on that day, if people are too much, just, find as much as you can your own sacred space and just allow people to express themselves a little bit at a time when you can handle it, Gemini. Okay. The 10th, Luna square Mercury. The moon square Mercury, again, will put the mind and the emotions and your relationships with people with Pisces moon or Cancer, strong Cancer attributes in their chart. That's going to make that disciplined competition, which actually you'll find refreshing. They say that a square is a hard aspect. However, in this particular situation, you'll find it refreshing because it'll be disciplined competition rather than just a free-for-all. And you'll find that more comforting. Now, on the 18th to the 19th, there's going to be a new moon in Pisces. This is going to leave Pisces individuals feeling rather empty. And because the original attributes of the ancient planets, Mercury and the moon, were simpatico, you're going to feel a little empty at this time too in what you believe. However, your mind will be able to decipher your way through that. And this is a day when, 2 days, the 18th and the 19th, when you will actually be extremely helpful to other people who are questioning their beliefs. Because of your ability to understand how the mind and the emotions fit together, or how the right and left brain fit together, or how science and spirituality fit together. Now, there's nothing really wrong with religion. Religion is a way for people to govern their lives. However, we want to make sure that spirit and science can fit together nicely like a hand in a glove, which is another theme for this month. A lot of watery emotions this month, plus a hand fitting in a glove, good fits this month, are what the themes are going to be, you'll find. Okay. Regarding your money, your financial matters, Gemini, with Mercury inhabiting Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius, your money matters are being spread out, and if you're spreading it thin. So you're putting something here, and you're putting something here, and you're putting, don't put all your eggs in one basket. However, that can get to the point where, again, it's spreading oneself too thin. And we're all guilty of that. However, what we want to do is try to just maybe not have it spread so thin, or at least don't add any more to investments and places where you have assurances for your future or even your present or your family. Just when it comes to money issues, it doesn't have to be spread so thin that you can't remember where it is. So just understand that. It's a time to throw stones, time to gather stones. It's time to gather stones right now and bunch things up a little bit more. Okay? All right. Now on the 3rd, when there's a moon opposing Mercury, that's a day when actually you'll do well with stopping people from getting you involved in get-rich-quick schemes that are playing merely on your emotions about money or your emotions about security. That'll be a good day, because when there's an opposition, which is a negative thing, but that'll be a good negative because it'll oppose, people who are trying to do that, and then you'll be able to see clearly, and you won't let that happen. It's on the 3rd, and the full moon in Leo, the full snow moon in Leo, is helpful in that because the sun comes through and shines a lot of light on things, a lot of solar light. On the 5th, when Mercury is sextile Saturn, for money matters, you're going to do very well, again, with people that are precise and people that have their Venus in Aquarius, or their Saturn in Aquarius, or their Venus or Saturn in Capricorn. You'll want to do business with those individuals on that day. On the 7th, the moon trine Mercury. You will really not want to get into too many business deals, but that's one day when emotions in your mind will come together when it comes to money. If you do business with people that are Pisces moon or who have a lot of strong attributes in the sign of Cancer. That's a little bit different in the love life because money makes things a little more stable, because without money there's no stability. You understand? Now on the 10th, Luna square Mercury. That's another aspect that you'll enjoy because there'll be disciplined competition with these people, because without this square coming, what we said earlier was that trine that would help you in finance would get overwhelming emotionally, and this Luna square Mercury on the 10th will help that situation, and you'll feel better about it. On the 19th, the 18th and 19th, with the new moon in Pisces, you're going to be able to really be someone who can offer people answers, financial answers and life answers, and you'll be able to get good financial compensation for that, and that'll come from people who are feeling empty and just are losing everything they believe in. You'll be a great help because your mental capabilities will really, and the ability of Gemini to again make spirituality and science blend will be very helpful. And understand that religion is simply laws that we all must have, or everything gets completely out of control. So religion has its place, and it deserves a place. It's the understanding of all that. Okay. Mercury sextile Saturn on the 19th will bring this home and make religion even a little more important. Okay, now for health, matters of health. This is Ambriel's health transmission for you, Gemini. This month, the main theme is that there's going to be a lot of fluid retained in the body. And for you, Gemini, with these mercurial aspects, you want to be careful of the high heart area, okay? Because the high heart and the stomach are going to be very, they're going to be put at in a situation where they're, what's the word, vulnerable. That's the word I'm looking for. They're going to be vulnerable for a lot of buildup of fluid and bloating. So this month, what you want to do, because you have placed a lot of protection, little precise instruments. You've placed a lot of little precise instruments, a lot of protection for yourself. This is what you've done. For your emotions. What happens is emotional problems that have built up from the past, things that you ruminate over emotionally, that you sort of are in the back of your mind, but they're there. They may begin to fill up, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to fill up, and there's going to be great waves with Mercury in Aquarius. What's going to happen is there's going to be a great wave of green or environmentalism, and a great wave of it all has to be fair. It's going to come through. And because your Mercury's in Aquarius, Gemini, meaning that right now, currently, the ruling planet of Mercury is in the sign of Aquarius, because of that, you are going to find that this greeny and fairness and environmental humanitarian wave is going to come through. This is where it could become a little toxic. So you want the amount of fluid and the toxicity thereof to be relieved. So with trying to take too much fluid in to lessen the toxicity, you're going to end up with too much fluid, and you get a fluid electrolyte imbalance. You understand. Therefore, what you have to do is flush the body, but you also have to get the water out. So if you want to use Ayurvedics, that's fine. You want to use allopathic medicine or homeopathic medicine, whatever, or you could just use Louise Hay's book, Heal Your Body by Hay House. And what she mentions there is you need to go ahead and just release the emotions and take off the mental traps you have set in place. Release the emotions, and that the fluid will just, and the bloating and all of that, high heart and in the stomach are going to be able to flood out. And you won't need medicine if you just do your proper disciplines and stop trying to protect yourself so much from ever having anyone be able to penetrate your mental facilities. This is the thing. Too much protection at one point is harmful. We need some, but we don't need so much that nothing can escape, and therefore the fluids and the toxicity cannot escape. This is the problem. So if you handle that, then this month will be very much like a hand fitting in a glove. And you will be able to release past emotional problems, and the body will be healed in a miraculous manner. Because every single science there is, no matter what it is, has a point where there's a black box and a cat in that black box, and then a miracle happens, and then such and such happens, and such happens. That's in every science there is, and that's where miracles happen. Thank you. Now, Gemini, for your afterglow, some miscellaneous items with the inconstant moon added to the mix. We have, first of course, remember that Mercury is transiting through Aquarius currently, your ruling planet, and moon opposing Mercury on the 3rd, snow moon in Leo, full moon on the 3rd. On the 5th, we have Mercury sextile Saturn. On the 7th, moon trine Mercury. On the 10th, Luna square Mercury. On the 18th and 19th, a new moon in Pisces. That'll be a good day for you financially. 2 days. And on the 19th, Mercury sextile Saturn. Some other miscellaneous lunar. Now, the inconstant moon comes and goes, but here's things to be aware of. On the 12th, Luna sextile Mercury. On the 17th, Luna conjunct Mercury. On the 21st, Luna sextile Mercury. On the 23rd, Luna square Mercury. And on the 25th, Luna trine Mercury. Thank you, Gemini, for joining us. I'm Pastor Rosemary, and join us again next month.